Hopefully everything's going to just connect instantly. Let's figure out what that's going to do here. Whew. Let's see. Looks like some places are on. Maybe they're not. I don't know. Okay. At least YouTube is. And Twitch. Very good. Wait. Yeah. Twitch. Okay. Great. Excellent. Okay. Yeah, let me just grab the links for these guys here, slap it into this Discord server here. Because I want everyone in that Discord server to know. However, I will only use an at here. Because I only adhere to that. Yeah, I don't care. And now... Oh man, I sure hope they say something nice. Oh, I should probably minimize for this. I don't want you to see the dev server. You can only see that if you're a patron. You know, donate to the patron. There. I feel better doing that. Oh, that's cute. Apparently I already dropped some frames even though I shouldn't have, but hey, whatever. What can you do? Okay. Just give me a moment to fix a few things here. Preferences. This. Apply. Okay. Great. Just move that over here. Hey, now you guys can actually see this. And now you guys can actually hear it. Which is going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. Now you can freaking hear it. Oh! What do we got going on here? Suddenly just dropping everything? Oh, that's really cute. That's really fucking cute. Well, let's make sure that doesn't happen again. How? I don't know. As long as I make sure it doesn't happen again. How about that? Okay. Of course, I got an app for the daily reset with X-Dive, but whatever. I'm not gonna fucking... I want to look. I want to look at what it is. The problem is with the X-Dive reset is they always post a meme. What is this? Alright, I know this one. This is a good one. I actually have been looking for this one. I gotta save this. Perfect. Hey, what's up, Lamorin? Let's overcome a rocky path. Because, boy, do I have a story for you guys here. Let me make everything visible. So, okay, so get this. I was working on this, right? As you can see, what this is going to be about UI. So I'm making a UI system for all this, setting everything up, making all the buttons do some shit. Simple as that, you know? Which, you know, should be easy, right? So here's the thing. This is what the UI system currently looks like, right? If I open the prefab, you don't even see the cursor that I added to it, but now you see these buttons. Well, that's because this is turned off. You turn it back on, then you can see it. Great. Even though it's still, like, broken in some way. That's really bizarre. I don't understand that. Regardless, the point I'm making is that the combo circle is there and it does work, but it's not working right. And then, in this one, we have these buttons here, but they're not showing up at all in the main game. See? You got the default buttons here, and it's like, oh, there's your stats box. It's like, where? Where is it? So there's a lot of really weird shit going on right now. So I guess I have to remake the UI, which sucks. So copy these, and then I'm going to delete them. And then I'm going to delete all this. this doesn't make sense. It's creating another canvas, and I have no idea why it's doing that. I'm not too familiar with Unity's canvas bullshit. There! That's what I wanted to have show up! Jeez. Where is the, make this bullshit work button? It should be under... Revert or play. There, okay, everything's finally added to it. Great, I got that worked. Oh, hey there, Big Bound. Oh, there, Morin. Man, I sure hope my internet stream doesn't die again for absolutely no fucking reason. That would be fun. I'm just looking at all those dropped frames like, oh, that was really sweet of you. Thank you for doing that. Except it wasn't. It wasn't sweet at all. And, hey, hold on a second here. I'm gonna do something real quick. Just want to let people know on the Twitter account for this game, which is called Mighty Obstacle Studios. The ad is just Mighty Obstacle S, because that's as much characters as you can use. Here, I'll just quote retweet it instead and just be like, streaming now. All you can really do is just keep being aggressive with this. Music's a touch louder. Now it's a touch quieter. There. Fantastic. I'll have to keep that in mind. Anyway, just want to close out a few tabs here as well. There's a few things I was looking at that I wanted to play around with, but we'll look at that at some point. And then, yeah, I guess. Great. Okay, just close the Discord out now. Close out this social media account for now. And now, I'm gonna actually work on this freaking game. Hey, look, that's me! Wow! And it's just gonna keep going. Or is it? No, it won't. Unless this thing is that fucking delayed. Ay, ay, ay. At least it shouldn't be that delayed. So, what's going on here, Twitch? Why did hitting refresh do nothing? That's funny. Come on, show everything. There we go. There we go. Now, that's just what I wanted to see here. Okay. Like, the whole thing that makes Twitch more appealing to me is that it's lower latency. For you guys on YouTube, some of this stuff is going to be a little bit delayed, as it usually is. So, let's see what these stupid buttons do. Can I hover over them? Well, I sure can. And this UI still needs to be worked on here. I need to make it so that that's not scripted, but the rest of it is, kind of thing. Anyway, this thing is going to need a script. And the easiest thing to do is to just make a script. And I'll just call it, stats screen UI. There you go. Add a small little script here and there you go. It's as simple as that. That's gonna say, no, no, you added a thing. Yeah, whatever. There. Okay. Now, as I recall correctly, this is gonna be a bit of a weird thing, but also I don't know if any of the viewers have noticed, but what was it? I'm starting the playlist back off from where we left off, so we're just jamming to these tunes for now. There we go. Actually, I wonder how this sounds. Okay. I'm like, huh, I wonder how loud it is. Well, that's how loud it is. Okay. So, the thing with UI that I've at least learned, at least using Unity's Canvas system, is that there's a lot of potential for this to really screw the hell up. So, let's make sure it doesn't screw up, right? Right. We will call this header, fuck that. Actually, hold on. Public. I forgot what these are called. I think that's button. Okay. Public button, and then we'll just call it defaults buttons. Now it's gonna say, what the fuck is this shit? It's gonna be like, no, I don't know what this is. Stop. Here's a fun song you constantly fucking hear in Ease 8. These are just like how, I'm looking at the viewer count right now. All I can really do is just keep showing you guys off this damn game. And then, of course, when I make a review, then I'm going to be like, hey, I'm making a game! And then a bunch of people are going to be like, hey, I'll give you money! Like, that's probably what's going to happen. Live streaming, for me at least, doesn't make as much viewership as a review does. So, why not take advantage of it when there is viewership, sort of thing. So, let's do a few things here. The first thing I'd like to do is get another thing set up for and then this one can be fun. Public bool activated equals false, and then public. Oh, you know what? I got an idea. Private enum. Let's make an enum. I don't know what to name it. I guess I'll just name it. Alright, and then we'll have stats, skills, oops. Stats, skills, inventory, alchemy. That seems simple enough to me. And then... oh, you know what? I can't do that. I have to make this a public enum, and then I have to make this a... menu at is equal to menu location dot... I don't know, I guess I'll just use stats as the base. There. Now this is where the real big fun's gonna show up. I'm surprised with how quiet the stream is. You guys can keep asking questions about Dracoblood. I'm more than happy to answer them for you. So let's just do the main thing, and that is just have an if with an if else activated. I'm also gonna make a minor thing over here. Thanks for following! Oh, KHC. Hey, thanks for following. I remember this stuff. Okay, so this is gonna be fine. Let's just do a for int I equals 0. Dude, I love for loops. I'm such an idiot. Object? I put 0. Sometimes Visual Studio does this. It's obnoxious. Buttons.length and I++. Simple for loop right here. And what is it gonna do? It's just gonna go through each one and just be default button at I dot set act enabled equals variable for activation. And then I'll just do this, and then if that, call this true. You may say, well, what the fuck's going on here? Well, it's quite simple, really. Just this. Just make it so that when this is done, just buttons activated equals variable for activation. Easy stuff. And then, obviously, as you can see, this isn't going to look too right just yet. There's a few things I actually do have to change, because A, this starts with an active. That's not going to be good. So what's going to happen is as soon as I activate it, the buttons are just going to stay there, then they're going to disappear. Can you program... Is still Yandeb. No! Can you program the game giving birth to... I can't program that. There you go, there's your answer. That you wanted to hear? I don't think it is, but that's too bad. Alright, let's try this out. So even though I specifically said set enabled to false, they're still active! Great. See? It does go through. Interesting. I wonder what's going on here. I doubt this is why, but... maybe it's gotta... Hold on, I got an idea. Game object dot set active. There we go. That's what I probably need to do instead. Let's give this a shot and see what happens. At least it better work. Hey, there we go. Great! So! Are you coding, son? I sure am. Any plans to add a vor mechanic? No. Why would I add that? So, let's see what we can do to make this a bit more efficient. The easiest thing to do is to go to the, Here, I got an idea. Toggle buttons at 0 dot game object dot. Oh, my bad. I mean default buttons. I wonder why it defaulted to that. Anyway, game object dot active self. So if that's straight up just true, it'll just activate all this and just say fuck you. So that should just automatically do it, so I don't even have to just leave it off by default. Perfect! Great, that's exactly what I was looking for. Now if I activate it again, there are all the buttons. Whoop-de-doo. Making a game, this is the first time about me hearing about this. Well, Shadow Warriors, I'm gonna have to let you in on something, buddy. This isn't my first game. This is my second game. If you want the first game, that would happen to be Necrolepsy, available on Steam. If you guys like action platformers, there you go. Whoa, hey, look, there it is. There's the game. Wow. Oh, that's weird. Just stop the fucking video. Am I dropping frames now? Okay, just making sure I'm not. You know, it's like, ooh, look, there's the game. Ah. You know what? This game was fun to make, but I'm not gonna make the same fucking mistakes that I did with this one. Clearly the fact that you didn't know that this is... They hate people in real life. Oh my gosh. You know what my favorite thing is about Necrolepsy? Is that the explosion for destroying enemies in this game is actually upside down, and I don't want to fix it. So I don't. Because it doesn't matter. That's fun. Not a fun thing to talk about. But that's the thing. I'm not going to repeat the exact same mistakes that I did with Necrolepsy. So, I'm going to let everyone know I'm making this game so everyone can know about it. At least I feel like that would be the right thing to do. It's upside down. Yep, it's upside down. I'm not going to, like, crop stuff out because I want to work on this. But, yeah, it's upside down. So, let's do some things here. I want to have a few things here just that are easy to mention. Okay, so if input.key get key down, and I'm going to do key code at I. So you may be saying, okay, so what's this going to be? It's quite simple. If you remember this enum we created, we're going to have it set to certain things. We're going to set it to the inventory, and we're going to activate it. Simple, right? And then we're going to do something similar to this with key code K, and I'm going to have that open up the skills section. So we're making basic UI. Now, to add on to that, these keys can stay as they are, but I can put this in the activated section for a few other things. So let's start with one thing here. So if I hit key code S, I want to go to the stats screen. So this will only, so if you hit S while you're in game, it won't do shit because that's what you use to move around. But if you hit S when you're in this menu, it'll go straight to your stats. And then in this case too, if you hit A, it will go to the alchemy screen. So there you go. I have it using the right letters. Now, K, obviously, it's like, well, but if that's skills, shouldn't it be an S? Well, no. I could make the other one T, but that's pushing it. The stats one to T. I love buying random games I never hear about. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Shadow Warriors. If you want to support this game, of course, there's the Patreon link right in the top. Can I move my mouse over there? Yeah, look, I can move it there. Whoa. Can't wait to see the Duff McWhalen cameo in Dracoblood. Honestly, maybe. I might do that, but we'll see. So anyway, the point I'm trying to make here is I want to make it so that these buttons are quick keys, because you can't really, rename stuff in this game anyway. I don't want to have the ability to do something like that, so screw that, I won't. It's as simple as that. So, okay. The next thing that's going to be necessary is how to disable this. You know, oh, if you're active, how do you get out of here, right? Well, if, this is a big if, so you may be saying, okay, but why are you just using keycode.a? Shouldn't you make it so that there's some Grandmaster input manager thing for, the ability to change the keys? I will have something like that. But the reason why I'm not doing that is because I need to get this right. And the first thing I need to do is to make it so that activated is false. And what's a good way to explain this? The best way I can explain this to you is that you want to have everything set up before you do something new. You want to be able to, you know how when they construct buildings, no, you can't rename a sword to the Circumciser 9000. Boo. Oh, get out of here. Not actually, but... Oh, this is a nice song. Huh? What did I get in there? Oops. Oh, okay. I was wondering where that curly bracket came from. And I don't know why I'm using curly brackets for something that's only one entry. I love doing this, but I am not in the habit of doing it yet. I gotta do this. There. Perfect. Okay, see? Easier to read. Easier to read. You only really use curly brackets for something that's, that has more than one thing, just so it's, you know, more consistent to look at. So, let's double check this here. So, let me close out this, and let's open up our skills. Okay, it's on inventory. Hit K. Oh, right, I forgot I have K bound to, Right. If you're wondering, the K key in Might and Magic sends you to the skills page, too. That's the reason why I based it off of that. Instead, I will change that key to L. Oh man, this was so fun to test out. I'll show you guys a stress test later. But right now, let me get this going here. So, let's try this again. You didn't mean to click on this video. Ah, I see, Shadow Warriors. Well, welcome aboard. I don't know if you're a fan of me or not, so maybe you are, maybe you aren't, but whatever. Welcome aboard. Well, that works, the escape key, as I kept mashing it. Ah, jeez. Okay. So, if I hit I, inventory. I hit K, skills. If I hit S, stats. If I hit A, alchemy. Great. If I hit escape, I'm out. That's awesome. Now, the one thing I don't remember about in Unity is how to do escape. What was it? It was the canvas button. No, not UI events. Ah, here we go. I'll just look through this real quick here. Here, guys, let's look at a literally video that I didn't make. See, there's an on-click thing there. You can add weird code. Main camera. Oh, sweet. Okay. Okay, so that's what I could do. All right. So obviously the main thing I'm gonna need here is I'm gonna need it to have like oh, you set this to this sort of thing. Simple enough. It literally is as simple as that. And if I remember correctly, I can set it to a public enum. Let's see. Let's do. Oh my gosh, this song is so good. No function. Wait, what? What about this? That's screen.ui. This is all I get is send messages? Shit, dude. Okay. So we're gonna send a message to it, I suppose. That really pisses me off. Here to steal your effort code. You're not the only YouTuber. Cringe. Guys, this, I'm not even lying, this song is like one of my favorite songs ever. I was tempted, because here's the thing, if you guys don't know, this game is E6, and my studio name, Mighty Obstacle, which I decided is because of a song from this game. And you'll know about it, but, well, maybe you will. I don't know. I'm gonna keep going on this until the playlist ends, so you should be able to know about it. Void, Can I do that? Oh, I can. Interesting. Okay, let's try this because I really don't want to do something wacky. I'm gonna tell you that right now. That should work. So let's try this. Well, I can't use broadcast message. Stop coroutine. Oh my gosh. Just looking at some of the stuff here. So you can only send a message as a string. That's stupid. The fact that you can't set it to a certain variable kind of makes me mad. So, in that case, we'll do this. Set the stats. Void set to skills. Thanks, Unity. I feel like there is a way to do it, but whatever. Let's just get this done in the first place. Oh, would you like to do something unterroristic? Okay. Just joking, I wouldn't steal your 19,841 lines of code spoken. I would never. Will there be Pareto farming? Honestly, I don't see why I shouldn't. Cause Azalea, the main character, she is a farm girl before this game starts. So I don't see why not make it so that there's a little bit of farming in the game. I'll have to think about it. So when will the zip file full of Dracoblood hentai be released to the public? You guys. I hate that I have to do it this way. This is so obnoxious. But you can only use it with strings, so what am I to do? And I'm gonna do this. This is gonna be funny. I wonder what set to exit's gonna do. And then set to alchemy. Let's get these stupid buttons working. I want to have both quick keys and I want to have buttons because it's a mouse. Why not? Oh, I'm gonna need to do that actually. I'm going to need to code something very specifically for this. If I play video games to get away from farming. Ah, crap. What genre is this game? I'm gonna change more than just adding dragons and magic. Ay. That's right, if it is the 1370s, the Columbus Exchange didn't happen yet, so there's no way they would have had potatoes in Europe yet. Which is where this takes place, by the way. Should clarify. Also, what genre is this game? Let me show you. So you got health, you got magic, you got a Drake bar, right? That means you can turn into a Drake. But not only that, oh look! There she is! A basic enemy! For those of you that saw the news on Patreon, I coded this a bit last night. Hey, get back here! It retreats too. But this is an action dungeon crawler. A great example I can show you is, of course, this stage. Ah, jeez, this is really in your face. I love this. I can just run away from it, too. And it stops chasing you. Oh, I guess maybe it doesn't stop chasing you. Oh yeah, I didn't code any gravity yet. Oh, she's screwed up now. This is great. Hey, get back here! Oh yeah? Oh yeah? Yeah, keep going that way. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, go ahead. Keep flying that way. There, now you're gone. But, yeah, this is a dungeon crawler. And I just added the sprinting right here. This was fun to get working. So, if necrolepsy is set in Greece, where is Dracoblood set? It's set over multiple European countries. The best way I could describe it is, I don't know how to describe it. Hey, you know what? Let's see if the UI works here. Hey, there it is! Hey! This is funny, because, like, I'm still able to move, because I don't have, like, a pause button yet. I gotta get a pause button going in this. So, That's funny. So, anyway, this is an action dungeon crawler. Just all you need to keep in mind about it. Very fun game so far. Even this simple 3-hit combo. This is the basic shit. There's gonna be so much more in this game that I still haven't coded yet. Magic is gonna be insane. Okay, so here's the thing. To give you a perspective of how this game's gonna work. Oh, haha. So let's see, hold on. Play video games, Dracoblood, okay, nice. Been wanting to play more dungeon crawlers. Glad to hear it. Narcolepsy 2, Lamia's Revenge. True. Okay, but anyway, if you don't know, this is supposed to take place in 1370s Europe. It's supposed to be like right after the Black Death. So, not like specifically after, but a good 20 years or so after it happened. And as for where it's supposed to take place, I haven't really decided, but it is going to be like northern and eastern Europe. Let me show you. I took a few pictures of it. Oh, this is great. Yo, John Stossel out here kicking some butt. This crazy guy, I love him. That happens when you look at a libertarian's videos for too long. All right, where is hopefully there's no, like, porn in here or some shit. I did take a picture of it recently. Here you go. I was thinking this area. So, Poland, Germany, Denmark, Sweden, Lithuania, a little bit of Russia. I believe this is Finland. I'm not 100% sure on European geography. But I kind of want to have something like this because here's the thing. The game itself starts, like, in this area. And then you have to go here, and then you have to go over here, and then the rest of the map opens up, basically. That's basically what happens. You go here, and then you have to go here, and then you can go anywhere. So, is there going to be optional bosses? Love optional secret bosses. Yes! Latvia. I think it is, you're right. Yeah. But this is where I'm kind of deciding how it's going to be right now. Mainly because this is kind of cool. And, for those of you that didn't know where Necrolepsy took place, let me get you a good reference of it. Oh, what am I doing? So if you guys don't know, Thessaloniki is one of the biggest cities in Greece. And, so this may not look like Necrolepsy yet. It may not look like it, but say I take this part right here. And now I'll just go into my little... Oh, this song's good! Anyway, say I just go into this, right? Oh! Hey, what's going on here, big guy? And let's just say I went to the Necrolepsy map. Where's the map? No. Oh, I never did anything in that folder. How silly of me. Textures, and if I remember correctly, it's under the HUD and UI. Yes. Ah, isn't that weird? Hey, what's going on here, big guy? So that's where Necrolepsy takes place, if you ever wanted to know. It's, this is north. And this is further verified because right here, that's Shinoa Sanctuary, this part right here. And in Shinoa Sanctuary, the biggest hint I give to it is that the sunset is on this side. So if the sunset's on this side, that means that this has to be west. And that means this is north. So that's how the game works. So have fun with that knowledge. Let's close out all this stuff now. But I have been thinking of, like, this area. Also, I know about this little part of Russia. That's... yeah. And, yes! By the way, big question. Google in the country of Greece. Soon after exposing this. But yes, I should clarify that in this region, there are gonna be... Whoa, 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 whoa. I wanna see... like, if you guys are curious about my ancestry, I'm from here, and here, and here, and, here, oh, that is Latvia, you're right. Ah, Finland's up further, my bad. You have to forgive me, I'm not exactly an expert when it comes to European geography. So, but I do want this to take place in Europe because there's a lot of themes that I want to have in it. Like, some themes of, what was it? Oh yeah, I have some Italian in me, apparently. And German. Little bit of Irish. But, I remember my family said something about having some Turkish in us, but we don't. And we have a little bit of colonial American, because I know I'm related to the bastard that caused the Civil War, so that's always fun to tell people. Anyway, let's continue. Are you also making the music? No, I'm looking for musicians, actually. So if you know of any that are interested, do share. We're gonna hear been pulling a Yoko Taro on us from the very beginning. You sound Hungary. Hungary. Hungarian. Mixed race. Oh. How is it mixed race? They're all white. But then again, some people I've heard say the Polish aren't white, which I say to you, shut up. Just because my homeland's based, it doesn't mean you gotta... Anyway, let's go to basic pausing system, because I'm definitely going to need something like that. The best thing I could probably think of is just having a variable that's paused. And... What to do? I'm gonna have to make 2 booleans for this because this is bigger. So let me make 2 little booleans for this, just so I can make it easier to like show off and shit. So we'll do public bool main pause is false, and public bool menu pause is false. Now, you may be saying, so what's the difference between these two? It's because main pause is for stuff like the save game, like, save your game, load your game, the options. That's the main pause. I should actually specify that in comments. For the main pause menu, which includes saving, loading, and options. Okay, great. And then menu paused is used for things to freeze the game's logic and to freeze the game's logic and for things like inventory, skills, speech, and cutscenes. Dude, I love this fucking song. Ease is such good music. Okay. I like how it's called menu pause. It's like menopause. Oh my gosh, that double typing with the I key is driving me insane. I really gotta clean up this keyboard a bit. Okay, so we'll just do this, and then... Yeah, that should work for the time being. Anyway, what am I looking for in here? I'm looking for the update. Yeah, here we go. Oh man, make that save thick. I gotta show you guys that too. Woo! That's a good one. Oh, I have that bound to M? Ah, okay. I'm gonna have to change that to a different key at some point. Well, I'm gonna have to get rid of it for sure at some point, but we'll get into that later. So, if menu pause or main pause, we're gonna do pause is equal to 1. Now you may be saying, sure, okay, I get it. So what is there to do next? The next thing I'm going to have to do is to make sure that when I pause the game pauses. So that means everything freezes. The main thing I'm going to have to do is this, which is this stuff. Which is really going to be interesting. I'm not really looking forward to this. Let's see here. I don't even use this. I don't know why I have this here. Okay, so here, if GC equals null and GC dot pause does not equal 1. It's not equal. Is equal to 0. Let's just do that instead. This song's really good too. All right, so let's see. Are you making the music? No. Then eat some Maramut, mixed race, turkey, white. Pudge, you didn't listen to me. I said that there's been rumors that we had Turkish in our blood, but those are false. The new Ease Games looks like a PS2 game. Well, now, true, it does. But that's irrelevant. So, okay. So let's just see what happens when I hit pause, or at least when I pause the game. Because this is how it's going right now, right? Cool. So if I hit this, okay, it still doesn't pause the game, so we're gonna have to get that going. So let's look in the UI, not UI characters, in screen stats UI. Perfect. We need to make sure that this thing is actually talking to the game controller. So, oh my gosh, one more double type and I'm cleaning this damn key out. I'm serious. I'm actually getting mad. Public game controller GC. Okay. What was I looking for again? Oh, right. Just so I can copy this. Woo! This is a good song. Hey, at least I had the decency to move away from the mic before I did that. You know what's great? I could just, like, copy this shit. Oh, right. I forgot. I could just do this now. Sure, why not? Let's just copy all that over then. Now, here's the important part. If GC in general, just screw that. If GC, okay, and then boom. So there. Now none of this is going to work unless I have the game controller set up. So I'll just have assigned dependencies here, just in case I need to do that. And luckily, see, the thing is, some people have asked me, why do I even do this? Because if it's in the update, shouldn't it just work? Well, here's the thing. Sometimes if you have a slower computer and you have things just happen at the start, that doesn't automatically assign everything. Like, if you have a really, really bad computer, sometimes the engine will forget something. So if I have this in the update, it won't forget anything. But then you have to say, well, doesn't that affect runtime? Because it's always going to be constantly checking this. It's checking for a 0 or for a 1. All of this is bools. It's a bit, at most. It's at least a bit. I have to do all F9 every time I want to type a C. Aww. Oh, you still haven't found a C key replacement. Sorry to hear that, Kev. Ah, jeez. So what's the point I'm making here? The point I'm making here is that GC.menu pause is equal to true here. It should be true. And you may be saying, okay, but why do I need that? You'll see why. You'll see why. And I promise you will. I promise. So, GC.menu pause is this, and then if I hit escape, GC menu pause is false. Okay, great, right? Perfect, indeed. Is it? I don't know. Maybe it is. Who knows? Excuse me. I do think I'm going to run into a few issues with that, but I'll talk to you guys about it soon. Na 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 na. Why is Unity doing this? What's going on here, big guy? Let's do that. There. Okay. I like how it says I never use these. Oh, don't worry. I do use them. Don't you worry. Okay. So now that all that's set up, actually, what am I doing here? What am I doing here? Duh, repeat code, duh, copy paste code, duh. Like, hello, McFly. Like, come on. Like, what's going on here? There. Now that looks much better. Great. When will you release the source code? Well, I can't release the source code for this. This is Unity. Alright, hold on a sec here. Let's see, let me catch up. Horseplay, speaking of Turkey. That's right, you were talking about that, yesterday on my server. Yeah, it does look pretty interesting. And how many alliterations are going to be in this game? I'm not sure! I don't know if I want to keep the alliteration theme, because not many people noticed that in Necrolepsy a lot of the stuff was alliterated. Like, almost every insult in the game was an alliteration. And all the places are alliterations. Not that many people noticed that, and that made me kind of sad. You have to remember, it's a good way to explain this. If you guys have ever heard of Ultima Online, Ultima Online, when it first came out, launched with like a virtual ecology. So that means if you killed too many rabbits, the wolf population would die out or whatever. But, so they put all this time and work into something, and then when people got to play the game, they didn't care. They just killed everything, and everything died. And then they realized, okay, this isn't working. So they just made it an average spawner thing. They put all that work into that, only for it to revert back to what would be a normal game thing. It's kind of sad, honestly, but you have to remember that that's something to keep in mind, because all that time and resourcing, if you couldn't predict the future, I mean, obviously nobody can, but there's ways to guess pretty well about what people want to see. So... Oh! Yeah, sure, dude. Let me go do that for you. Hold on, man. I got you, dude. Hold on, dude. Oh, hold on. Yeah, that's what okay. Thanks. Thanks for that, buddy. I'm glad that the message is still there on Restream. Oh, that's stupid. Glad I checked. You do it. I remember at one point I needed to copy paste everything. That sounds horrible. Okay, so right. Now I have it set the menu system part works. So now this will activate the menu thing, and as you saw in Game Controller, if either of those is paused, and then else pause to 0. I don't know why I had it set to 2 if it's the main pause, but who cares? Okay, so so the main thing that should come up is that I should be able to pause the game. So let's see what happens. I'm not moving. Actually, I'm surprised I'm not moving. Okay, hello? Whoa! Oh, sweet! But this is what I'm most worried about. Let's see if I can look at this for a moment. I just want to make sure it actually keeps my jump speed when I jump down off of something. Oops. That's not the right key at all. Oh, thank God! Okay. I'm sure you guys know of Sonic 06 being the greatest game ever made. Want to become big? Massive, even. Yeah, I do. Okay, so what I want to make sure of is... Okay. Great. Awesome. Okay, sweet. There's still a few things I do have to change, though, because, I do want to make it so that you, like, if you jump in the air, you're kind of committed to a jump. Not like Castlevania, but at least make it so that if you let go of the button, you're still going to move forward kind of thing. That's not too difficult to try and code here, but I'm not going to do that right now. But my worry was that if I pause the game, because of how the movement works in this game, that, yeah, I would just, like, constantly keep resetting the gravity. But luckily, that's not the case. And luckily, it's also not calculating gravity as I'm falling, which is great. So this works. Now, here's the fun part that doesn't work yet. Ah! So let's get enemies working to actually pause. I think there's going to be a few other things I'm going to have to freeze. So we'll get onto that eventually. But since I finally have, like, a game pausing thing, that's good. What does the Lamia pause? Oh, Kevin, you saw! Alright, we're gonna get her pausing now, too. Luckily, pretty easy to do, at least if I coded it correctly. Ooh, this could use a little bit of encapsulation. But it does talk to the game controller. If GC and gc.paused. Hey, maybe I could, like, spell it right. Equals 0. And then... Bam! Look at that shit right there. Beautiful, isn't it? I can see how this could create a cheap shot in the enemy's favor. Yeah, you're right. So this should pause every single thing with that. The next thing I'm going to have to do is pause this. This is definitely something that needs to have a pause. Yes, okay. If GC and gc.paused equals 0. Now you may be saying, okay, it looks like the code that you're kind of doing here is, like, weird. Like, so every single thing you make, you're gonna have to make sure it's paused by the game controller. And you may say, well, like, something about that just feels weird, and I'm gonna have to tell you this. It's not. It's, I actually did this with Necrolepsy. Every single part of code, that's of course a necessary thing, I should clarify. Every single code starts with this. If GC and gc.paused equals 0. Every single necessary functional code, because I want to make sure that that fucking game pauses if necessary. There are some things that don't actually pause, like Lyra's bolt, crossbow bolt, with that fires and it stuns the enemy, the stun aura thing, that doesn't pause. I could make it pause, but I don't really need to. But otherwise, yeah. I need to have this paused too, because there's a lot going on if I don't pause it. So, let's make sure I got everything down right. So, she comes up. Okay, and then release. And there we go. Everything's good. Look at that shit. And then, oh yeah. Oh, look at that, look at that. Now, obviously, this should not be working. This shouldn't be working. So, there's one more thing I gotta pause. Now, there. So, oh, hey, get back here. There we go. So, there's gonna be some fun stuff with that to pick up. 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 Great. Okay, so, one more thing I forgot to add is I need to add the stats. You guys are gonna love this. You guys are gonna love this. Okay, sit down. All right, make sure you're sitting down, because, okay, I gotta show you guys this. So, you guys know Fallout stats, right? Who could forget Fallout stats, right? Special. You know, you got strength, perception, endurance, charisma, agility, intelligence, agility, luck. So the thing about action games is with action games, there's quite a few things in here that you don't really need. A great example would be agility. What is your agility in an action game? You're the agility. You shouldn't really need a stat for missing something or hitting something like accuracy. You shouldn't really need anything like that in an action game. Because if it's an action game, it means, did you point there? Yes. Did the attack thing hit the other attack thing? Yes. You hit it. That's how it's supposed to work in an action game. So there's Fallout. That's Fallout Special. So you may be saying to yourself, now what would this game have? Because usually action games have really simple stats when it comes to it. Well, I mean, some of them don't, like Dark Souls doesn't, but Ys games, ooh, they are super simple. It's like attack, defense, magic, and that's about it. You know, one thing I noticed that Fallout doesn't have is it doesn't have speed. But, again, you don't need speed in an action game, because what's the speed? You're the speed. So, what does this game have? Well, so what does this game have? S-I-M-P-L-E. Simple! I've got simple! Look at that! I do apologize for screaming about that. When I came up with this, I just had to share it. I don't know if he's in the chat, but I was sharing it with my bestie, Redneck. Man. Oh, man, we just exploded at it. We're just like, what? It's so good. It's simple. So, strength, intelligence, magic, personality, luck, endurance. There you go. It's simple. It's fucking simple. Isn't that great? Oh my gosh. Oh. Hey, this song, this is also a banger. Every boss song in Ys is a banger. I don't know how they do it. They just do it. Yeah, it's fucking genius. It's fucking simple. Thank you. I'm not gonna try and pat myself on the back like I am a super genius, but point is, public int stats. Oh, this should be an array. Public int stats equals new int at 6. Great. Now I'm going to need a very similar thing to be accessed in here, so we will put public int stats equals this, and then in my save. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I'm not really looking forward to doing some of this. I'm gonna tell you guys that right now. Oh, hey, Redneck, you're in here. Simple. It's so good. Honestly, if people don't notice that, like, okay, people not noticing the alliterations and necrolepsy is something, but people not noticing simple and Dracoblood, that might actually make me crazy. I might actually go crazy if people don't notice simple. I'd be like, how did you not notice it? I'm gonna have to encapsulate this a little bit better because, man, you're gonna have to save a lot of shit in this game. So, let's get another while loop going on here, and we'll use this with stats. And then ms.stats is equal to stats at loop variable. Okay. So that's gonna save it, and now to load it is the exact same thing. And it's in loading mode. Okay, here we go. Int there is created. Boo, 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 boo. Exact same thing. Stats. Oh, yeah, that should work. So this should be stats is same as stats at lev. Some people must have their dense stat maxed out if they don't notice simple. Right? Still, that's the stats. Is it's simple. Strength, intelligence, magic, personality, luck, endurance. Simple as that. Right? Perfect! Oh my gosh, dude. And you are going to need these stats for a lot of things. And the main thing is going to be... the main thing you're going to need it for is... I'm going to have to add another magic. But, yeah, the skills for this game are really fun. I should actually get that out to show you guys, too. I want to be as transparent with this game as I can be without spoiling anything. Because... why not tell people what this game is going to have? So here's the thing. There's going to be... actually, can you give me a minute here? I'm going to lower the volume on this for a bit. Then increase this one just a smidgen for you guys. Excellent. Okay, so... here's the thing. The skills. Okay, so there's melee. There's attacking, and there's two different types. There's melee and ranged. For melee, you have martial arts, pole arms, sword, which is actually in the game first, blunt, and axe. So blunt would be like maces and cudgels and stuff. Axes is self-explanatory, I would have to say. Pole arms, a little self-explanatory as well. Martial arts, this one I have it so that you can use stuff like staves or nunchucks with it, but I'm not sure about that yet, so that's a hem and hawn thing. Will it be a secret plasma cannon? No, it's not going to be like Might and Magic. There's no sci-fi twist. And then for projectiles, you have bow, crossbow, and throwing knives and axes. Those just take up the same skill, so may as well just call it throwing. For armor, there's 5 types. One of them's more of an addendum. You have robes, leather, chain, and plate, and then you have shield. So shield's just an extra protection thing. What would whips count as? I'm not going to have any whips. Why not have a whip, though? I don't know. Now I'm debating about adding a whip. That's not a bad idea. I guess maybe they would count as blunt, but I don't know. That doesn't sound right. Ooh, I kind of want whips now. Well, they would be a melee weapon. Anyway, so those are the armors and stuff. Now, magic is so fun, and I still have to add one more. So with magic, they've got elemental and spirit. So that's the easiest shit, right? Elemental, fire, air, water, earth. There you go, and it's just a separate thing. So there you go. It's a separate little thing. That's elemental. It's not fire, water, air, earth like it is in Might and Magic. It's just elemental. Spirit is also the same thing, because spirit used to be spirit, mind, and body in the previous Might and Magic games until Might and Magic 9, where they just combined it into spirit. So spirit is like for defensive stuff. It's for fixing things, like cure your insanity. You can cure your own insanity with your spirit. Elemental would have more offensive stuff in it, like lightning bolts and fireballs and ice shards and poison spray or whatever. Actually, no, poison spray's in death. I'll get to that soon. Will you be able to combine spells? No, but you can rapidly fire it like it's a gun. So, you know how in Oblivion, or I guess to use as an example, the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, when you cast a spell, you just hit the cast button and you'd fire a fireball, right? In Dracoblood, what happens is you can just keep mashing that button, and it'll just instantly keep removing your magic. So it's just... So you could just... Like, if there's a fireball, you could just... Like it's a separate weapon. That's what it is. It's a separate weapon. And there is quick spells. And the quick spell... Actually, let me tell you about that when I'm done. So the first thing is Light and Shadow. Light and Shadow are the coolest spells, I think, in this game. Because they're the same skill, kind of. They're not actually the same skill, because you need to become... Like, if you were to promote your rank in them from, like, normal to expert or whatever, you'd need to do it with separate teachers. But when you learn one spell in one field, you learn what would be the opposite in the other. So a great example of that would be like a spell that just boosts your attack, right? It boosts your attack. Okay, so that would be a light spell. It would boost your attack. What would a shadow version of it would be? A shadow version would be that it lowers the attack of all the enemies around you. So that's how it works. It's opposites like that, or complementary. Like, another one is that I'm going to have like something like the Solar Flare from Dragon Ball for a light spell, and what it does is it blinds enemies. But I'm also going to have a spell that will do the opposite, where because it's a giant ball of light, they have visible shadows, and that shadow has a thing called Shadow Tag, where you can stick their shadows so they freeze in place. So they're blind and they're frozen in place. I mean, they can still attack you, but they're frozen, you know? So they're complementary and they're opposite spells. It's such a fun school. It is. I can't wait to code the spells for this, because it's going to be insane to do. Now, the next ones are Life and Death, which are also opposites, but both have properties that are different, because death itself isn't necessarily an evil thing, and life itself isn't necessarily a good thing. I didn't know there were Pokemon abilities here. Yeah, I guess you could call it that. Like a good example of life, like a good example of a death spell that's good is Decompose. And that spell actually will destroy a corpse and create reagents, alchemy reagents. So the corpse gets, decomposed. It's gone, but now you have all these alchemy reagents that came from that corpse that you decomposed. You don't get any money out of it, because if you get money from a corpse, the corpse disappears. It's going to be like Might and Magic. But another example that's like a life spell that's like a life spell would be like heal spell. But like a good example of a one that was I haven't written all the spells down, so you'll have to forgive me if I'm just accessing the memories of my mind. Get it? Because Shadow Tag. Ah, you funny boy. Well, actually, if you want to be specific, that's actually a move in Slayers, where you can enchant a dagger to throw at someone's shadow, and it's called a Shadow Tag. So maybe Pokemon got it from Slayers. I don't know. But anyway, a good example of a life spell that's not necessarily good is oh yeah, I have a spell that's called like Automaton, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep it in the game because it's a little creepy, and B, it would be kind of hard to do. But Automaton would make it so that objects would come to life for a moment, and they would tell you everything. It's a little creepy. That's why I'm not sure I want to do that. Like, a good example would be if you could make a torch come to life and say, have you seen any treasure? And it would say, oh, yeah, there's some over in that area, or whatever. It would say something like that. But, I don't know, that would be a kind of creepy spell. But to me, that's one that would be, like, not exactly something good. And then, the last one that I did not add is Draconic. And this is magic that Azalea, the main character, can only use if... Whoops. Hold on a sec. Okay, see, just me. Sorry, my dog barked after I accidentally slammed my door. I have my window open, so the air pressure's all weird and shit here. I apologize for interrupting, by the way. I said, if I see that stupid I key double type one more time, I'm cleaning it the hell up. And now I'm doing that. And I will feel so much better when I do this. I don't even understand how my keyboard gets dirty. If I eat food, I don't touch my keyboard. When I'm typing, the other thing is too, when I'm typing, there's a bunch of hair in it. It's not like I'm, emptying my fucking palms into this shit. I am a hairy guy, though. Let's see. The fuck? Where did it put me? Alright. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oops, wrong button. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great, okay, it's fine now. So, that's how I get shit done. Are you malting? Yeah, I'm malding, dude. I'm pissed. What does the CBT spell do? Alright. Calm down. So, Draconic magic is magic that Azalea can only use if she's in a Drake form. These spells all have to do with native dragon abilities that she has access to, but they count as spells even though they count as spells due to the magic bar doubling as fatigue. Yeah, I'll tell you more about that, but if you're wondering, human beings and living creatures in general aren't magical. They're magical when they die, I guess you could say. So you're wondering, wait, so how does all this work? She has a thing. She has a little gadget thing where she can cast the magic spells. So basically, if you see her cast a spell, you're gonna see her hand throw it forward or something, huh, you know. So which spell category does the Curse Ha and the Christian Pure Pulse Jolt Lance fit into? Curse Ha is definitely a shadow skill. Ha 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 ha. And the Christian Pure Pulse Jolt Lance is probably a life spell. But anyway, okay, next are the miscellaneous skills. These are very important, and some of them are actually really simple and stupid. So, Disarm Trap, that just lets you open chests. If they're booby-trapped, you can open it. Merchant helps you sell things at proper costs. Perception lets you spot traps besides chests, and lets you physically see where they can be activated and how to avoid them. Arms Master makes you lets your combo bar have larger margins of timing, and it also lets you do slightly more damage and shit. Repair Item is self-explanatory. Speech is self-explanatory. Alchemy is potion crafting. Fun stuff. Bodybuilding, used to increase your maximum health. Meditation, used to increase your maximum mana. And Dracoblood is used to increase your Drake meter and making the refill rate faster. So, there you go. Those are all the skills for this game. Now, let me actually fucking get all my shit together. So first things first, let's make a brand new save. How do we save this game? Well, I think the easiest thing to do is to, as you can see how I have all these entries? Oh, whoops! Oh, whoa! Oh, look at that! Did someone say save over, did someone say save over 200,000 lines of strings just to fucking save the game? Just to see how big the file size can be? What could go wrong? What could go wrong indeed? So where are my stats? Here, I'll just save these as I don't know, 20, 15, 6, There, whatever. I have no idea why I'm doing this, but let's save it. Now if I do my load test... First, hold on. How big is this? Oh, this is my Might and Magic saves folder. My bad. Let's see. It's in my app data. Localo Stoken Dracoblood. So this is the game save. Oh! 1.7 megabytes. My bad on that, boys. Okay, it moved me over. So what are my stats? Yeah, 2015, 4984, whatever. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna just put generic stats in. But there is one thing I should clarify with this game, is that when it does start out, Azalea's strength stat is significantly higher than her other ones. That's an important aspect, because the point of the game is that Azalea finds out she's a Dracoblood. She doesn't just like, oh, I'm a Dracoblood. No. She finds out. So that's what's going on. So no Ghostbusters suction skill? Ay. Tragic screenshots taken moments before disaster. Beautiful, isn't it? Here, I'll make some of these different variables just so I can show off what they are. Because what I'm gonna do is you'll see. What am I gonna do? Right. The stats is gonna need some new shit. Ooh, I'm gonna have to actually add a few more things here the more I look at this. So let's add some blanks. Create empty. I will... Okay. It's saying, hey, dipshit! Do it this way. Okay, I'll create an empty, and I will call these default buttons. Okay, that's simple enough, right? Boom, there, done. Next, I'm going to have... I'm going to create a lot more empties. Not in there. Okay, so this will be stats screen. See what I mean? This will be skills screen. This is inventory screen. And this is alchemy screen. She's a farm girl, no? So why does Azalea go to the triplex dungeon anyway? She's a farm girl, no? Yes. Okay. The beginning to this game is pretty simple. What happens is, the reason why Azalea notices this strength is she's out helping the village find a boy that went missing. So there's a boy that's missing from the village, like a little kid. So she's out looking for him. And then, as fate would have it, he's in a big cave. So she only has like a pitchfork, but enemies attack her, and Azalea just takes care of them. Like, just poof, poof. Like, they're just dead. She's like, wow, that's weird. Because, like, here's the thing. She takes down enemies that would take, like, a good 2-minute fight with, like, a knight kind of thing. She takes them down really quick. So what happens is she gets bravery and a little bit of stupidity, because she could have just go and told the villagers that she heard the boy in the cave. She just went in instead. She just goes right in. And she goes right in! And then the rest is history. And that's the tutorial dungeon where you learn how to do the combo meter and shit, and how to manage your health and all that. So what happens is she returns with the kid, and the kid's just like, Azalea was awesome. She kicked all these enemies' butts, and she's really strong too. They're like, how? And they're like, what? Because it's a small town, so everybody knows each other, kind of thing. They're like, Azalea's strong? Huh. Kind of thing. So they're like, that's odd. What's going on with that, big guy? Kind of thing. So what happens is the village does like a village idiot thing, or not village idiot thing, but they check and see like, oh, what can Azalea do? Oh, she can like lift up an anvil with one hand. Like that's an example of what they're doing. They're not all family. No. You stop. It's no. Stop. Okay. Anyway, so basically that's where it starts out. She is told that hey, oh, you're the fucking dickhead, I guess. It's like, oh, cool. I didn't want to be the dickhead, but yeah. I didn't want to be the dickhead, but sure, I'll be the dickhead if necessary. I got an idea. That's odd. Why is it only showing... Oh, does it not... That's a... Oh, I see. Smarmy fuck. Ugh, this text. I have to make sure I replace all the fonts. Just... Ugh. Some of these fonts are just horrible. And this needs to be nice and big. There we go. But that's 20. Let's see. So maybe let's do 160 for this length. Personality. Luck. Endurance. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. And then the next step is towards wars, I guess. Just want to see what happens here. Ah, okay, so it does need to be 160. If you guys are wondering, like, what am I doing with the measuring in this? The Johnsons of Rock Ridge. Oh. Stop! Please, do not do that. Oh, right, I'm looking for position. So let's see, if this screen's 640 by 360, I want it to be halfway, a little bit more than halfway across. So that would be 640 divided by 4, so that would be, so it's 320 and then 160. Ah, I'm right. Great, cool. I'll just make this stats names, and then I'll make this stat numbers. There's going to be other numbers in here, like how much damage she does per attack, kind of thing. Like she'll have a flat damage index or whatever. I don't know, I'll just do this by default, just as default. Really, that's still too close, huh? Let's try 32. Hey, that doesn't look too bad. Dracoblood takes place in Alabama. No! No! Hold on, let me apply everything here. Beautiful. Great. So, let's get all this kind of working, you know? And while I'm at it, I'm going to eat this banana. You may say, why would you eat a banana? I don't know, I want a banana. Go! Let's get all this going. We're going to make an array for that, and we're going to have menus for it. I don't know, that doesn't seem... menu UI. There we go. That's a lot better looking. Okay, so, blah, 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 blah. Now, the other thing that's going to be key is, I'm going to have to double check, obviously, what is what, you know, like, I'm going to have to use some sort of switch case sort of thing. So we're going to have to use a switch here, and we're going to have it with menu at. And that is going to be simple. Case 0 will be just to have menu UI at 0.set active true. And then I guess I'll just break it. Obviously the problem is this is 0. That doesn't make a lick of sense. Wait, does it? Right, enums can do that, but I'm just gonna use stat. I'm gonna use menu location dot stats for this. And then obviously there's gonna be more, but I'm not gonna add more right now. So we'll just add a few more of this, change this to skills, inventory, and alchemy. And make this false and all the other ones. Should have just copied it once, and then I could just copy the other two. Okay, great. So that's what happens when it's activated. So it will display this text. It should. Of course, I'm stupid and I didn't think about what about if you know it's oh, I don't know. What's the word? Not active? Simple. I'll add another thing where it's just... It'll be the same thing. It'll just be like toggle menu UI. Which... Yeah, sure. Why not have something like this? Same thing. Same concept. Void. Toggle menu UI. Whoops. No parameters necessary. And I'll just use the exact same thing here and just... And menu UI. Menu UI. Now, this doesn't make much sense because this is a game object, so I can just do this. And just make it false. Oh, wait, hold on. Well, I'm not sure why I have it. Now, honestly, I don't want to change it because this is fine, but sure. Dracoblood, bitchin' name. Thanks. Oh, whatever. Oh, nice to see you, man. Oh! Yep, that's Dracoblood. Anyway, let's make sure this is all working just fine and dandy. And it's not, because I didn't put it in to the UI. And there we go. Stats screen. I'm going to make this 4. Well, glad to see you, man. Yep, I'm working on this now, and so far things have been fine. Of that, let me do my advertisement. If you want to see more posts, or if you'd like to see more of this game, make sure to support me on Patreon. I'm already getting 88 a month, so that's pretty good. But, you know, if you have enough, you know what, why not? You're interested by the RPG stats, huh? Yeah, they're anagrams as simple, so that's my point. S-I-M-P-L-E, simple. Please turn it off. Great. Okay, and if I hit inventory and if I go to stats, boom, there we go. We got basic UI working for these. It's great. Obviously I can still move the stupid mouse around. I'm gonna fix that right now, actually. No, the enemy. Just making sure she pauses too. Ah, jeez. Ay, ay, ay. Let's do some more comboing anyway. Yeah, combo it up. Oh, get back here. Oh, I got her before she could fly away. The Might and Magic sequel we all deserved. You could say that. So, we're gonna have to do a few different things here. I'm going to actually have to add this thing as a separate entity here. So that should be easy. I'll just make it public text. Do I want it this way? Yeah, I do. So, we can do this. We'll just have statbox.text is equal to GC. Honestly, this is fun because I don't need to have it loop over an array because that would just... You can just make it one line, so why not just make it one line? So that would be stats at 0 plus new line. That should be this. And let's just keep going. Okay, so there's stats at 0, and then stats at 1, stats at 2, and then 3, 4, 5. Oh, I don't need another new line at the end, so I can just do this. Great. Honestly, you could make a for loop to do this, but at the same time, this isn't a for loop. Next game by Mighty Obstacle Studio will be the real heroes. I don't know. I've never been too crazy about Heroes of, but maybe. I'm not gonna throw it out there that I would never try something like that. Anyway, stats, and it does not work. Why does it not work? Doesn't GC... Hold on, let me double check. It must be a minor coding issue that has to... Oh, no. Duh, I know why. Also, there she goes. She's just sparking. Nope, I need the numbers, not the names. Now, if I coded this correctly, it should update automatically live, and she's... Alright, hold on. We're gonna have to work on her and her barking still. Anyway, I have it set up properly now. And, oh. Hold on, let me just make sure the button works. Set to has no receiver. Interesting. So I never actually got these buttons working. Okay, that's an easy thing to fix. Receiver is to... Why isn't this setting it to it? Yeah, send message to that. Set to... Oh, I know what the issue is. It's because I never used these. Right. I forgot that this was just set to in here. So this, I'm going to have to do all of that. Hey, better to get it done now than never. So, let's get it done right now. This. Send stat screen to send a message string. And this is set for set to skills. At least I'm pretty sure that's what it's supposed to be. Yeah, that should be. Hold on. Let's double check just to make sure. Because that doesn't make any sense, what I did. Oh, jeez. Perfect. Great. That's exactly what I wanted it to do, so I'll just have to fix these guys up and add those to it. So, man, I'd love to make an actual Thief 4. Ugh. I feel bad for that reboot still existing. Not in the sense that I made it, that doesn't make any sense, but I just kind of feel bad because it's like, that's really what Thief fans deserve? Really? Come on. Like Ubisoft, or not Ubisoft, Eidos, come on. Come on. Still, I don't know. My point is, I would like to just have all this stuff working here. So, yeah, Deus Ex 3. Wait a minute! I mean, at this point, people are looking for Deus Ex the prequel 3. Deus Ex 3, huh? I don't know. I don't know how I do with an immersive sim game. That's definitely something to think about a bit. So, here. UI overrides apply all. Fantastic. Oh, right. I forgot about this one. Set to exit. You know, I just thought of something. I may have done something silly. Oops. That's a little too much there. Just this information. Thank you. Okay. UI overrides apply. Revert all apply. But I want to see something, because I'm not sure if this is going to work now. Because I think it only works for that. Let's see. Okay, excellent. And does this transfer over to all the other ones? Yes, okay. Great. So all these buttons work. Great. That's great with me. Okay, so if I hit stats, boom, there are the stats. Now, let me make sure I did code this right. I'm pretty sure I did. So, if we go to where the stats actually are, and I change this to, say, 24. Excellent! This is exactly what I want. You are going to be able to change these stats, so why not have some of this? Your hate boner for Human Revolution will never be quenched. I'll keep that in mind. It is funny, though, Mankind Divided is on my replay list. Or, not replay, playlist, because I finally have a CPU that can handle the game now. So that's on my to-do list, is, that game. Okay, the, stats screen is going to be something very similar to this as well. So, yeah, Arcane's Dishonored and Prayer, definitely examples of it. Kind of a shame, though. Because from what I've heard with the new Prey, is that it's a good game, but it's not what the original Prey was. Still, looks like it would be fun to play, though. So, I'm okay with that. So, the next thing we're going to have to do here is literally this stats screen, but on steroids. So luckily this is just bare minimum basic stuff. Very easy stuff to do. So, I'm gonna have to use text boxes again for very similar reasons. So this will be the same concept, except there's gonna be some things I'm going to have to change. So, what am I doing? So what am I gonna do here? Maverick never asked for this. Yeah. Anyway, what else was there? See, anything about Arcane aside, what's the game about, like, setting-wise? Dracoblood? It takes place in Europe right after the... Well, not right after, but after the Black Death happened. So it's it's earlier than Necrolepsy, that's for sure. And the main character is a Dracoblood, which means that she can turn into a Drake form. And this is just one of her forms. She has several others. So that's fun. But also the game is an action game mostly, because as you can see with this combo wheel right here, if you time your button presses, you can do different moves. Oh, hey, get back here. So it's an action game with dungeon crawling elements, and of course I can just pause at any time, and I need to not make that escape key the reason why this mouse shows up. Actually, I got a better idea. Yeah, she also gets taller. That's one thing I should clarify with the Draco form, is she does get taller. You can see it when you look at the terrain. If I look down at the terrain, you can see that it moves a bit because she gets bigger. So, that's fun. So anyway, let's continue adding more to this. This should be ranged numbers. And then this is going to be magic numbers, which is a horrible name for this. Armor numbers. And miscellaneous numbers. Why did I name it numbers? It should be names. I just realized, wait a minute, these are supposed to be numbers. These are supposed to be names, not numbers. And I did it again! I literally named it magic numbers again! Okay. That's because this is supposed to be weapon numbers. They're all supposed to be different things. And, but anyway, yeah. So it takes place like 1370s Europe, and there's some fictionalization with it, of course. There's dragons, and there's magic, and the girl you play as is Dracoblood, which means she's part magic. Reminds me of Synthetics Reload thing. Yeah, see, the thing is, the combo bar used to be on the side, and that was just awful when I would play it. And many people that first donated to this agreed that it would be bad to have it there. So eventually what was agreed upon was to make it centered, because if it's centered, then it's easy to look at, I guess. Hold on, I'm gonna turn this off. And then I want to have this open for the time being, because I want to like pretend like every stat's there, kind of thing. So I have to think about positioning and angles and stuff like that. So this, let's see. So if this is all the skills, so this should be martial arts, pole arms, sword, blunt, and axe. So how far up could I possibly move something like this, and how much space should it take up? I believe 128 is good for if it's 5. Okay, and let's move it up a bit. So 64? How about 96? That's a little too high, but it'll work for now. The main point is just to make it so it actually displays the right things. There's a few other interesting things I'm going to have to get going on this too. So that's going to be fun to get working. I'm going to get rid of... Oh, jeez, hold on. I'm going to have to put these here and get everything organized just right. So let's do 96 again, move that up there. Great! We're going to do the same thing here. We got bow, crossbow, and throwing. Gonna have to add some more things to that. Add a weapon with a D, so the acronym is MAPS bad. Map's bad. Ah, jeez. That would be pretty powerful. Unfortunately, the skill number is 30, so there's 30 skills, so... Oops. So this one here, I'm gonna have to move down possibly a little bit here, so... I don't want it to be like part of the same thing, so let's make this... Oh, wait, you know what? I should change the height too to 96. Interesting. I think I'm going to move these guys over a bit. Just one more, so that should be 192. Yeah. Figured as much. So that's weaponed and that's ranged. The range numbers can be in the same position, but I need to have only 0. And I need to make this 96 as well. And... what am I doing? Yeah, this, right? What is this at? Okay. It's set up properly. Just making sure it's set up. Magic. Let's get all the magic names. So that's Elemental, Spirit, Light, Shadow, Life, Death, and Draconic. Ooh. It's a good song. You have to forgive me if I'm jamming to the beats. Oh, screw that. Put it at 0. There we go. Honestly, this font size is making it look a little bit more imposing than it should be, but I do need it to be clear to read. So we'll just make it clear to read for the time being. So let's make this 96. Yeah, that should be okay. And I just want to make sure, like, if I just remove these... Okay. So that's 96, and this is at position 0. If I remember correctly, I have it spaced so that 4 numbers later it'll increase. So 4 numbers after. So this would be 128. Yes. Okay, great. That, and then 96, and then this should have a second 0 or a last 0 at the bottom. Great. So there's magic. Now we have to do armor and miscellaneous. So let's do armor, which should be robe, leather, chain, plates, and shield. So there's the armor names, and this one I think I'm gonna have to move all the way over here, so maybe it's at 160. Hey, not bad. It's a pretty decent place for it, and then make that up at... Actually, no. There's enough room over here. Enough room. Like the... let's try negative 64. How does that look? That looks a little too connected. Let's try 96. That's better. There, perfect. So 0, 96. So that means this should be 128, 96. Negative 96. My bad. And that should be 1 less 0. Wonderful. Map's bad. And let's get the misnames, which I should probably rewrite this in alphabetical order, so I can just do that. Alchemy should be before Arms Master. So should bodybuilding. Or no, bodybuilding shouldn't be before Arm Master, but should be here. Meditation should be with Merchant, but it should be above Merchant. I want to put this... I should put some of these in alphabetical order, but at the other time, I don't know if I should either. It's a weird thing. I just want to make this in alphabetical order just so I know which is what, because this would be a hard one to keep track of. Oh, great. So, let's do this easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So this should be, alchemy, arms master, bodybuilding, disarm trap, might just make that disarm now that I look at it. Maybe. We'll see. Dracoblood. And then it's what? Meditation, merchant, perception, repair, speech. Medication, alright. Meditation. Merchant. Perception, repair, item. Yeah, item. And then speech. There. That is a bit too small, so let's make that 196. Oh, it still doesn't show everything. Oh, what's 32 plus that? That's 200. Definitely 200. It's at least 228. Pretty sure that's what it is, at least. Hey, look at that! Perfect. At 160 and then at 96. Okay, at 64. This would be a... There we go. Oh, this needs to be a bit further, so this should be 256. Ah, 32. Okay. And maybe you can organize them by which ones are the most important or get used the most often. Yeah, actually, let me show you how it's going to be ordered right now, or at least suffice to say. So this is something that Might and Magic actually does, too. Let's just make that not 160. It should be 160 plus 32 times 4, which is 128. So 160 plus 128, which is going to be 284. Okay, it's not 284. It's, let's see, if this is 640... Ah, dang. Well, my brain's failing me. So let's do 160 plus 128. Oh, it is that. Ah, it looks better. Just make sure that the position's 32. Okay, this is not good enough. So this will be, let's add another 32 to this. I think this might go off screen. No. Wait. 640. That's peculiar. Well, I'm not going to ask questions, but if it looks good, it looks good. Which, to this, it does not look too bad. That's the skills screen, and once I get that set up, we should be fine. But I want to double check something here really quick. I've said that I'm going to work on this until this playlist runs out, so then I can get another playlist with different music for the next stream. So, oh, excuse me. I just wanted to see how much time was left. It looks like we have a good 30 minutes, which is fine with me. I could start probably making a basic item. And then I can start doing some basic item saving with that. So, let's get some more stuff on here. So, the main thing to keep in mind here with this is I need to have this stats screen. Let's get stats screen open again. So that's menu UI. I'm gonna need that. Okay, so let's get... Ooh, yeah, okay. So let's make this public text array, and make that for names of skills. Name of skill, weapon. This will be good. Then I can do something like this, and that's going to freak out and say, no, 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 not that. And then I'll just do this, magic. Don't worry, it's going to look very different when I'm done with what I'm going to do here. This is going to definitely help out. Let me think of anything fun to talk about with this game. Oh, I guess maybe I guess the scope of it would be good. This game's gonna probably have about 40 dungeons. I'm thinking like 35 to 40. And I would like this game to last more than 15 hours. So I'm definitely planning something a bit bigger than Necrolepsy, which was about 3 hours. 3 to 4 hours. So this is going to be a bigger game. And I am not going to have to... I'm not spelling miscellaneous here. And I should also change this to string. I like how I put sting. I put sting. Not string, sting. So this is going to be important, because I'm going to have all the magic skills named in that. Are they going to be as long as Necrolepsy's dungeons, or are they going to be full-on Zelda dungeons? I think Necrolepsy stages are pretty decent comparisons, because, like, Necrolepsy stage, like, if you were trying to just go straight through a stage, like, say, Shinoa Sanctuary, that would take about 10 to 15 minutes. 10 to 15 minutes a cave. Okay, so 10 times 30, 300. 300 minutes is 5 hours right there. But there's going to be more than that. It's definitely, as the game goes on, the caves are going to get bigger and longer. So it'll probably go from 10 to maybe 15 might be a better one. So 15 times 30. Actually, 15 here. 15 times 40. Let's just see. That's 600 minutes, which is 10 hours. There you go. You're gonna have a dragon slave spell. I'm glad you asked that, because I am going to have something similar. Is the last stage gonna take at least an hour? Probably not, but the bonus dungeon will. There is a bonus dungeon I do have planned. Dragon sissification. What the hell? Alright. Okay, whatever's going on in the chat, I am going to look away now. Text is, this should be, nah, this should be skill names, okay? And then public text skill values. Great. So, you may be saying, okay, you got these, so what are we going to do? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make it so that the skills screen here is set up properly. Is it set? Great. Excellent. So the next thing is we're going to have to put in those weapon names, as you can see here. Luckily, I can just look at them on the game screen to get them all down. So there's martial arts, polearm. Oh, I gotta hit tab, not that. Sword, blunt, and axe. Next is the skill for ranged, so that's bow, crossbow, and throwing. This is a great song, by the way. Ease music is so good, man. Alright, and for magics, we have 7. So, of the magics, we will have elemental, spirit, or I guess Sprit. Oh, Moyai in the chat. Alright. Soon we're gonna have a full 60-hour game. No. If you want my personal opinion on that, I really dislike games that get up to, like... First of all, if they get to triple digits in length, I don't like that. I really just don't. That is a personal preference. If it was my choice in the game industry, I'd say the most you should shoot for with a game is 30 hours. Because if you're on a game for too long, it gets dumb. Or what happens is things that drag more, you're gonna notice that they drag more, and then you have to do a more narrative push to keep your players engaged. And what happens is that kind of hurts replayability in my eyes. Like, to me, a perfect game is a game that is both replayable and long. It's one where if you wanted to pick it back up again, you would. And I think the Ys games are fantastic examples of that. Like, they're short enough so that if you wanted to play it, you could play it. But there's nothing that would be annoying. You don't have to, like, oh, I remember this path or whatever. You have to really fill it up. It's a weird thing. not of a hate, I would say. It's not just of a hate, or not just of a hate. It's not a hate for this. It's just personal preference. I prefer certain things. And then shield. There we go. Getting this done, and once I'm done with this, I'm going to save it. I wouldn't say short and sweet specifically, just... what am I trying to say? I'm not a short and sweet person, but I'm definitely a person that... Like if a game was 30 minutes, I'd be okay with that, but if a game was 100 hours, I wouldn't be okay with that. But if it's a game that's like 30 hours, that's kind of that decent mix. So that like 30 hours, okay, sure. It's when it gets to a point where it's like, yeah, there's a lot that could be done here to make this a lot less annoying to play through. Because that's the thing, is when games are like hours long, I guarantee you some of it is very monotonous stuff. Like, what would be a great example? Dialogue. Games like Persona 4 and 5, there's a lot of talking in those games. And sure, there's some replayability because of who you can link up with someone, right? You can have stuff like that. But there's also replayability in the sense of... There's also the fact that most of that replaying is just you hitting A to read more of a story, which is fine. It can be executed well, but sometimes it's not executed well. And that definitely, to me, is a flaw, at least in my eye. It does not mean that those games are bad. Not at all. I just prefer it if things can be faster. A great example of that is making sure you can skip cutscenes. You want games to have really good replay value? Make sure you can skip every cutscene. So that's all I got the wrong ones. I got the wrong ones for this. So, okay. Persona. Based. Sure. Sure. But Persona games, however, I'm not too big of a fan of. If you're a fan of them, that's okay. I'm just saying, I don't know. I guess to me, let me skip a cutscene where someone says very vital plot, important detail. Acid, that's not what I mean, so don't put words in my mouth. What I'm saying is, if you have played the game before, give the player the option to skip. That's it. But, yeah. Sometimes that does happen. Oh, it does. That's why I'm okay with... So here's the thing. If it's something, like if it's a player's first time doing it and they accidentally hit start, that's a bit of a mistake. I'm guilty of that with Necrolepsy, and it's something maybe I could add something with that. We'll see. Anyway, but with Necrolepsy, if you hit start, you just instantly skip. And that's kind of bad. That's not fun to do. But in contrast to that, what if you had, say, you had to hold start for 2 seconds? Perfect. Actually perfect. You had to hold start for 2 seconds to skip it? Perfect. That is what we should be doing. Ooh. That's right, some cutscenes can be paused. I forgot about that. Alright, now let me override all of this. Okay. Now that I have all of that overridden, and I have the stats screen, have all of this in it, let's do what I want to do here. So you may be saying, okay, so what's the master plan to this one? This looks like a bit more of a complex case. And that is true, it is. First things first, And then here it will be, oh my gosh. Then here it will be true. And now all I gotta do is copy paste the false one here just to make sure that this thing stays false when it goes to the other menus. Simple as. So, what is the next step of this master plan? Well, let's do this. For each, let's do it for each of text in. I'll just make obj in. Skill names. Okay. Names at object dot text. This doesn't make sense. I do not understand how to do this shit. Hold on, let me look up some shit about C#. Oh, I loaded my anime list, I guess. C# for each. There's my taste in anime. Yeah, I keep trying to get this working, and I never seem to get it to work. Oh. I can't hear you since I'm at my mom's. Okay. For each ref int item. Reference! Right! Okay. Oh, okay. That's what I gotta get going. Okay. Reference int object in skill names. An assignable variable? Wait. What is this? Can I please... Okay. Please tell me I can just do this. Great! Cannot complicitly text to int. There is a way to use this without... Ugh. Here, I got an idea. C for each accessing array that doesn't have int. Let's try this. Yeah, this is a thing that happens with programming. You do Google things a lot. It is just a basic thing. So does for each not have an index thing? Let's see. There's no index variable. Okay. So, screw that. Hope your doggies are doing good. Well, that explains why I don't understand any of this. It's because I'm stupid. So, we're just gonna make this 0 right at the get-go. And I'm going to make this a while loop because I can. So we'll just make it index of array is less than skill names dot length. And then we'll do this, and then plus plus, and we're set. And then once this loop is done, I gotta get rid of the int here. So this clears out everything. So everything in here, cleared out. So just consider it like, gone. Oops, I'm sorry if that clap was a bit loud. I saw that the microphone spiked. So, let's continue with this. The next thing is going to be skill values dot length. Yes, that's right. Okay. So change that to skill values. Text is that. Okay. Index of array plus plus. Now here comes the fun part. Is less than GC dot. Oh god, what was it? It was a skill. Oh wait, GC dot skill armor. Okay. We'll do combat first. So this is where the fun stuff is going to come in. So, skill names at 0 for both, because those are both for weapons. The text is going to plus equals Hold on, I'm thinking. I'm sorry, I'm just remembering. Okay, great. Got it. Okay. Index of array and plus a new line variable, which is this. Okay. And you may say, okay, sure, why not? All right. So this then here is the exact same process. It is the combat skill level is literally just going to be the combat skill level itself at that position, which is index of array, and add another plus, and then have a... So, okay, that seems like that's gonna work, right? No. Let's get a little bit more in here. So let's get range skill levels. Okay. Then we gotta get this to range skill levels, and then this has to be 1. Right? Perfect. We'll just keep doing this, and then you'll say, so will it work? Honestly, it better. So let's do, what was the next one? Magic. There we go. Let's get some magic in this bitch. Huh? Oh, whoops. I gotta change this. This is skill range? And then this is name of skill magic, right? Okay. Great. So this is 2, this is 2. You may be saying, why am I coding all of this already? And I didn't even check to see if it worked. Which is a good question. However, I think it works. You may say, alright, Mr. Funny Man. Let's put your money where your mouth is, right? Patreon? Alright, we'll put our Patreon money here. Let's, I don't know, make that, there. Yes, hold on a sec. I actually need to update this. The game controller does not have a level for Draconic yet. Now it does. Okay, so let's just pretend those are the stats. I mean, why not? Let's see, and inventory, and we go to skills. Beautiful, innit? It's right there. So, that's that. I got that set up properly. So, all I have to do is continue it. But you may say, okay, now what's going on? You got a trick up your sleeve, mister. And you would be absolutely right to assume that. Or at least presume, because... yeah, I got a trick up my sleeve here. And you'll see why. Because you may say, alright, buddy, I get it. You're doing a thing here which makes sense. Adding all that stuff, but it's like, okay, but there's a lot of visual information going on. How is everyone going to keep track of all of these stats? You know, like, this is ridiculous. There's so much to keep track of. And that is true. There is so too much to keep track of. So, let's make a little less. So, let's just make sure we got everything working, okay? And open up skills, and everything's 0 because I didn't assign it to anything. So... just get some numbers in there, I guess. Yeah, there's a... put a 3. There, 333. There you go. Hold on a second. At least she knocked this time. Perfect! See? All the numbers. All of them are right there. Wonderful stuff, really. Now give me a moment here, fellas. Whew, should try to make a keyboard command to mute instead. Excuse me. Okay. Hey, what'd you do? I burped. Oh, look at that. Now, some of you are looking at this and you're saying, well, this is a lot of visual information. And with this game, there's no way in hell you're going to be able to grandmaster everything without cheating, most likely. That's going to be the main draw of this game, is that there's builds in it. But now comes the question of, alright, so what's next? Well, let me show you guys what's next. So everything here looks all situated and it's all hunky-dory and all that, right? You'd be wrong. There's one thing I forgot to add to this on purpose, because I just wanted to make sure everything worked. So, watch this. At index of array equals is not equal. Oh wait, it's not equal 0. Do this. So you may say, all right, not equal to 0 at that, huh? Okay. You say, okay, that's a bit of an interesting thing. What's that gonna do? Well, it's going to make it so that it doesn't display every skill. Why should it, right? Like, there's no reason for it to display every single skill. You don't need that. You don't need to know, oh, I could learn this, or maybe I could learn this. I don't know. I don't really feel like it. That's not how we're going to roll with this. So, I'll just add a if clause to make it so that this thing will not activate if the skill level is 0. If you're wondering, when you learn a skill in this game, much like in Might and Magic, it will automatically assign the value of 1 to it. That is just how it is. But, of course, if it's 0, well, then you get nothing. So, there we go. So, that's all set up. Now, the real question is going to be, how do we test it? Well, it's just simple. Just make some things frickin' 0. There we go. Actually, no, let's give you some points in that. Okay, and let's see what happens. And that was loud again, my bad. Now it only displays the ones that are necessary, and that is what I call visual processing information betterment. Right? Wow, the chat got really quiet. Did it disconnect? I have to look. No, you guys have just been very quiet. I see. Well, don't you fret. Because there's gonna be a bit more stuff that I want to do. So, let's see where I am in here. Yeah, there's a few things I want to do next. So, I will be right back. And then we'll get started on those. All right. It's showing super bad for Mood Night Saturdays. Super bad, huh? I might be able to join. I'll tell you more about that. So anyway, yeah, so there you go. We got the skill. We got what I wanted to get working. So there's the skills. And then if I see the stats, there's the stats. We got skills. Inventory doesn't work yet, and neither does alchemy, which is all fine and dandy with me. But it still means that there's a few more things that we can easily work on with this. I'm just trying to think of what was I going to do. I know what I'm going to do. Just at the base, I would like to have an item. I'd like to just make a basic little item thing. And when I'm done with the little script with that, we'll just call it there. Let's get a basic item going, right? Right. So, that should be header. We're going to have a header, and that header is going to say, yep, except it's not. It's going to say dependencies, and then I'm going to have another header that's just necessary variables. So this is going to be public game controller GC, and then this one is going to be public string name is equal to bastard. There's our base name, bastard. Great. The next thing is going to be So there's that. Why am I doing this instead of hitting int? Type is equal to 0. 1 is armor, 2 is alchemy, 3 is misc, 4 is IDK. Now, what else are we gonna add in here? So that's the type. That's the name. And that's the type. And basically, you'd think that'd be enough for an item, but maybe, I don't know. So speaking of the game studio being named Mighty Obstacle, look at what this one happens to be named. Luckily, doing something like this, I double-checked. It's not illegal. Don't worry. I'm not gonna get sued. Falcom probably wouldn't even sue me in the first place. Because A, I'm an American company, and B, they're Japanese, and C, they like it when fans do shit like this. Because I'm not taking away, like, views. Like, if anything, I'm taking away views from their YouTube uploads of these songs. Of which isn't even by them. Because Falcom makes it so that their music can be played at any event, no matter what it is, so long as you don't make money. And right now, I'm streaming. There shouldn't be a single ad. If there is, tell me, though. I'll disable it. But there shouldn't be any ads at all. So, let's do some other stuff, I guess. I don't know. Oh, I know. Let's just make it worth 100 gold. Public int damage. I mean, this would only be for weapons. By the way, I should clarify. Oh. Oh, you know what, actually? I'm going to make this a variable like this. I'm going to say damage, and I'm going to make it so that the damage is related to how the swing is. So this will be a thrust, this will be a slash, and this will be a what are the other ones? Thrust, slash, and overhead. Second is slash. Third is overhead slash. Now, this is going to be important because... yeah, Nintendo really should get some notes from Falcom about that. The fact that anyone can just use their music. Free advertising. It's genius. Now, I am going to need something like this because with polearms... so here's the thing. Now, this may not look like it exists, and that's technically because it's the Arms Master skill to do it, but this is embarrassing. But I still have to fix a few things with the combo. I don't know. There's a few things I'm still not 100% sure with about the combo system yet, because I'm not sure if I should make the combo system like a universal thing, or if I should make it so that each type of weapon has different moves. That's something I'll just have to look into. But we'll see. We'll think more about that. That's something I'll just have to look into myself. Because I wouldn't mind adding some extra complexity to make it so that like certain... Because here's the thing. The reason why these are like this is because you can do things like that would not be good for a weapon. Like, if you stab with an axe head, it won't do that much damage. It may do, like, 1. But there is still going to be a stab move for an axe because it has wider range, kind of thing. That's sort of what I'm trying to figure out with these items. But, luckily, I just want to double-check one thing with this, which is why I'm working on this. I'll show you what I mean soon. At least I have like a basic thing here. As long as I have a basic thing, I should be okay. Of that, we're out of music. I'm not gonna make a new playlist just yet, but I will play. What am I gonna play? I'm just on YouTube now. What am I gonna play? Let's I don't know. I'm kind of scared to play something because I'm not sure if it would be good or not. So, in that regard here... Do I have another playlist open here? Yeah, I do. I have a Virtua Fighter playlist open. And... no, I don't. I think I'd get in trouble for that one. Or those two. I don't know. It's, The thing that's nice about video game OSTs is that it's really easy to play it in the background. Not a lot of people are nice about stuff like that, which is really embarrassing. But, hey, what can you do? Let's just... We'll do a little bit of this. Yeah, the stream's gonna end. I just want to show you guys what I want to do, and then I'm gonna end the stream because I want to eat my dinner first of all. That was why I got that knock. So I just want to get that going, but I just want to see if this works here. Let's do this. Actually, I won't do that just yet, but I will make this struct. Struct. I need something like this, and you'll see why. I'll just string here, public string name, and then public int type. I want to save most of these settings, and then I want to have like a little, like here. I'll just make this. It'll be public basic item. Bullshit. No. Current inventory equals new basic item, whatever. Fucking, I don't care. Just, there, it's one. There's one item in there, which doesn't make sense. But basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make copious amounts of Nintendo OSTs. Yeah, Nintendo's really mean. Anyway, so what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to make a basic item, and then I'm going to make sure I can save it, because it's a struct that I'm creating in front of this class. So it should be easy to do something like that. Basically, this is just a thing that the game controller itself invented that I can just use to transpose onto something else. That's all it is. So, because, like, you know, I have base item already. I made that script. So what I would do is I would just have something like this. It would be public, yeah, so that's the skills. Here, we'll do public base item, and then call it inventory. That's all it has to be. Just public base item. Actually, this should be a list. I just thought about that. This should be a list of base items. Inventory. Okay, that should be pretty easy to do. That should really be easy to do. But I'll have to work on that on another point, because right now I'm hungry. This stream's been going for a good 2 hours, so you got a good chunk of all the information that you may have wanted to see. But that's what we're going to do. I'm going to go post what I did on the stream onto Patreon and Twitter. So make sure you check out the Patreon page again if you would like to support this game. You can support it at patreon.com/Dracoblood. It says right up there. So go ahead and give that a try. As well, just let it be known that, again, this isn't like a forced thing. However, I should mention, and then get the public page instead. I should mention that the tiers, if you're in that tier for like a good amount of time, you'll automatically purchase the game, because the game's going to be $15 when it comes out. And already this one's been taken up, the $15 tier. That tier has not only the fact that you can put a character in, and you have access to the alpha builds, which is this tier, and you have access to the Discord server, which is in this tier. You also get to add your own stage. So unfortunately, this one has been taken up. But I've heard someone told me I should make another $15 tier just if you want to give 15, but whatever. That's not the point. And so yeah, just this is the Patreon, and then the Twitter is am I on the Twitter account right now? Let's see. Let's just see. Yeah, I'm on Mighty Obstacle right now. Yeah, and this is the Twitter account, Mighty Obstacle S, at Mighty Obstacle S, which is Mighty Obstacle Studios, which has Lyra from Necrolepsy as the picture. So just keep that all in mind. Share this game around. I'd love to have the word about it spread, so if you know anybody that would be interested, go ahead and tell them. So anyway, you guys take care, have a great night, and I'll see you on the next stream, which should be, I don't know, maybe Thursday. I don't know, I'll think about it.